Here's our second word problem. Colin is building a deck on the back of his family's house. He has enough lumber for the deck to be 144 feet squared. The deck should be the length of the deck should be 10 feet more than its width. What should the dimensions of the deck be? All right, so let's draw a picture. We have a deck, looks like this. It says that the length should be 10 more feet than its width. So if we use W as the width, that means the length is equal to W plus 10. Right? And then our area is equal to 144 feet squared. All right. So what the question is asking is, what is going to be the length and what's going to be the width? What are going to be the dimensions of the deck? So this here is a completing the square problem, disguised. And so what is area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is length times width, right? So I'm going to say area is equal to W, the length, times the width. So the area is going to be equal to W squared plus 10W. I'm distributing out the W. And I know what my area is. They give it to us. It's 144. This here is a completing the square problem, right? We have AX squared, where A is 1, plus BX, where B is an even number. All right. So what do we need to add to both sides of the equal sign in order for it to be a perfect square? We need to add B divided by 2 squared. So what is that equal to? B is our 10. So 10 divided by 2 squared is going to equal to 5 squared is going to equal to 25. We need to add 25 to both sides of the equal sign. And I'm going to switch these around because I'm more comfortable with it that way. So I'm going to say W squared plus 10W plus 25 is equal to 144 plus 25. What did I do? I added 25 to both sides of my equal sign. Right? All right. So now what do I do? Well, I check to see is this a perfect square. And the first term's a perfect square. The last term's a perfect square. Is the middle term A times B times 2. A is equal to W. Our B is equal to 5. Is the second term our A times B times 2? W times 5 times 2? Yes, it is. It's 10W. Right? So I can factor the left side of the equal sign. I can say A, which is W, plus B, 5, and I did plus because my second term is positive, plus. If it was negative, I would say negative there. Squared is equal to 169. So to solve for W, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. I'm going to pull out a W plus 5, and that's going to equal to so this is going to be 13 squared, right? 13 times 13 is 69, I believe. 169. So 13 times 13 is 169. So I can pull out a 13. Right? And then I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides to solve for W, and I get W is equal to 8 feet. All right, well, I have half of the answer. W is equal to 8 feet. But I also need the length. And so my length is equal to W plus 10. I know W now, it's 8. So I'll substitute 8 plus 10 here is equal to 18. So the width is going to be 8 feet. The length is going to be 18 feet. And that follows the format that the length should be 10 feet more than the width. And that also follows the format that these two multiplied together equal 144. So up here, I'm going to say my width is equal to 8 feet, and my length is equal to 18 feet.